Hello everybody, welcome to Short Archery. In this video I'm going to talk about my experience, my thoughts with the new T.R.U Axcel products. This is all going to be about their stabilizer, their dampener. Hopefully people find this video helpful and interesting, especially since a lot of people aren't going to get their hands on this product, not anytime soon, but like it's just not going to be there. You're probably going to have to go to like a Vegas shoot or something like that, or wait until your local shop has one for you to actually test it out. So hopefully I can help give you a better idea on parts of these new products that I really liked, and maybe what you should be looking forward to when they make it to your local range. All right, so with that, let's get started with the stabilizer rod, the Carbo Flax. Some people have asked me if is it any different? At this point in time, just from going to the ATA show, it doesn't really feel any different. Maybe more of a matte finish, but that could be an aesthetic thing, and it could not have any relation to the fact that there's flax in with the carbon fiber and just how that's made. Hopefully, I should be able to test this stabilizer out at the Lancaster Classic. I talked to T.R.U and Axcel at the ATA show, and they told me that I can try the stabilizer, I can try the dampeners, I can try all of that out at the Lancaster Classic. So there will be a video to follow this one, and hopefully maybe down the road they'll actually send me one to test here at Short Archery headquarters, and maybe we'll learn even more from it. But of course, when I get a chance to actually shoot it at the Classic, I'm going to do everything I can to give you guys the best idea on how it functions, and if this is something that you want to maybe put your money into. Continuing on, they did cover extensions. Honestly, it's nothing new in my opinion. Design-wise, it's an extension. They have their own look to them, of course, but without actually shooting them and using them, not much I can say about that. Now on to V-bars. They did have a nice variety of fixed-angled V-bars. But for me, the big one was actually their adjustable V-bar. It's one of the more slim, or the slimmest adjustable V-bar that I have seen. They actually gave me the opportunity to take it apart and kind of play with it, try to figure out like how it all works. It's actually geared, which is pretty cool. And it's just nice to see the level of machining that went into that, and with like how the collars interlock. It seems like a very solid design. Again, this is something that I really want to test at either home here or at the Lancaster Classic. I think it would be really cool to see how it actually holds up in the real world. What you see on display is it's for display purposes. I really want to see how one actually works, in the moment when you're shooting it with weight on it. How easy is it to adjust after you put your V-bars on it? Important, and hopefully I should be able to get some answers to that coming up soon at the Classic. Next up is their quick disconnect. T.R.U Axcel has their own take on the quick disconnect now. They're calling it the center locking quick disconnect. I guess the simple way to explain it without having a really good visual of it is the pin goes in and then it actually goes through the bottom, because you have a circle. Whoop. And the pin actually goes through and then through the bottom half of the circle. It is all flush, don't get me wrong, but that way, since it's locked all the way in, it can't pull forward because it would have to go through metal. So the way it's designed, it should eliminate the possibility of the stabilizers walking themselves out, like unscrewing themselves from the vibration of your shot and then becoming disconnected. It should be an improvement. Not that T.R.U and Axcel has gone into quick disconnects before, but clearly they have paid attention to what is already going on in the industry, and they are trying their best to offer a intelligent solution to it, and we'll find out if that's the way to go or not. Now, the next two big items were probably the full wrap-up of this, of things that I could actually feel, touch, and see how they work. The Kryptos Arc, which is the cheaper version. It's the one that comes, it's a dampener that comes standard with all the Tru-Ball Axcel rods, the one that holds 10 ounces. Funny thing is that without any weight on them, they're super stiff. Like, they're very hard to try to bend, and I guess that has to do with the design and the materials they're using. But once you add some weight, it's interesting. It actually gets kind of flexible, and I could see how it wouldn't support over 10 ounces, and it would start to droop if it had over 10 ounces, which is really nothing wrong with that. 10 ounces worth of weight is a good amount of weight to begin with. Unless you're a compound shooter, then that's probably not enough. But then, of course, they make the Kryptos Pros for that. Now, the Kryptos Pro is adjustable. I got to adjust it a little bit. I don't know how wide the range is. I really don't think it's like you get a full turn. I want to say it's about like a half a turn. That might be enough to compress that rubber to get a nice stiff dampener if you need it, if you're shooting a lot of weight, or be able to lighten it up if you're not shooting a lot of weight. I really need to see this in action, but I would say my takeaway from Tru-Ball and Axcel's new products, in the stabilizer department, is the adjustable V-bar and both dampeners are very interesting, and I think there could be some really great potential for both of all three of them. The only other thing I want to check out, of course, is the stabilizer. There's supposed to be like reduced vibration and things like that. I want to see if you can really notice a difference, and that's only going to be done by me actually shooting the stabilizer setup. Now, they did offer me to go and take their stabilizer setup and shoot it on one of Hoyt's bows over at the Hoyt booth, but the thing is then we're shooting an unset up Hoyt bow with Tru-Ball and Axcel's new stabilizer and dampener, and like, it was very generous of them. And Hoyt had no idea that we were signing them up for this either. But it's just, there's too many variables going on. What I want to do is, at the Lancaster Classic, I'm going to bring my usual setup, take off my stabilizer, and put on theirs, and see what happens. And then probably go back and do it with the dampeners. Take my dampeners off, maybe just take the side rods off my stabilizer, and then change my front dampener out with the new Tru-Ball Axcel dampeners, the Kryptos Arc and the Pro, and see how each one of them reacts. Just a singular dampener, and go from there. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it's just me talking, but hopefully you see some value in my opinion and my takes on things. So big three products in my mind is the adjustable V-bar, the dampeners, and, well, if you want to put them together as one, then you could say the stabilizer rod too, but I didn't get to really test that, so that was kind of not counting for the moment. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, we have shirts now on the website. And as always, happy shooting!